We continue to follow the aftermath of an explosion yesterday at a biodiesel plant in Marengo, where multiple people were injured and residents in surrounding neighborhoods were forced to evacuate. 30 people were inside the plant at the time of the explosion, which drew first responders from a 15-mile radius. A Local 5's Larissa Leon was in Marengo today. She spoke with those who responded to the explosion and worked to put out the fire. One volunteer firefighter arrived shortly after it happened and didn't leave until 4:30 this morning.
Never had a fire that long. It just wouldn't go out.
Mark Swift is a treasurer on the Marengo Volunteer Fire Department. He says he's been a working firefighter since 1986. But the fire at the biofuel plant was one to remember due to the circumstances of the building.
There was no fire suppression system at all in this building. So they've got potentially, volatile materials they're working with all the time. We had been down to the same location for a fire very much like this one earlier in the last month.
Chief Ben Gray with the Marengo Police Department confirms Thursday's fire at the plant wasn't its first.
On October 25th of 2022, there was a call for a fire. They were doing some maintenance work and welding on a tank and had a fire that ensued that simply resulted in property damage.
Property damage wasn't the only result of Thursday's fire. An estimate of 30 people were in the plant during the explosion. Several were injured. Most of them headed to the University of Iowa hospital and clinics 40 minutes away. Doctors there say they treated 10 to 15 workers. Most suffered minor injuries, while one person had more serious injuries. Swift says thankfully all parties were out prior to the fire department's arrival, but the lack of water worried him, saying they hooked up to a hydrant that was empty.
In the middle of the night, we got notified that there was a 1 foot of water in the water tower here in town. So we had to go back to shuttling water. So you had to go to a pond and or the river and draft water out of the river and then bring it to the fire scene.
Certainly a very long day for the volunteer Marengo Fire Department, and they say the cause of this fire is still under investigation. In Marengo, Larissa Leon, Local 5 News.
Swift says over 94% of firefighters in the United States are volunteer, including the Marengo Fire Department. So those long hours last night all went unpaid.